anticipated every conceivable requirement of the new polity. Drawing from the examples and experiences of other nations and the distinctive needs of the society, he raised brick by brick the magnificent edifice which now stand as a fundamental right in the Constitution of India. So, we'll see this 5 lines. So, as a chairman of the drafting committee in the previous paragraph, you understood that though he was not a member of the Congress, observing his foresightedness and the objective leadership of the Indian National Congress, he was requested to become the chairman of the drafting committee, and he was made as a chairman of the drafting committee. Okay, so after he had become the chairman of the drafting committee, okay, so he anticipated every conceivable requirement of the new polity. Okay, so it says that he made sure that all the policies that is going to come in his place and everything will benefit the people. So he thought that he make the policies which is favorable for the people. So he thought that all the requirement, all the things for the people will be favorable according to him. So he made sure that all the policies that is going to come in his place and whatever he is doing for the society, it will be favorable to the society. Okay, next line. Drawing from the examples and experience of other nation. So what does it say is that seeing the examples and experience. You can say that he himself is an example, because you know that he had read several books and he also had visited several places, and he has got the examples and the experiences of visiting to the other nation. So as he himself is an example, he knows what the nation needs, so what the society needs. So within his examples and experience, he realizes that what has to be brought in the society, what changes has to be brought in the society. So you all understood, I think. As a chairman of the drafting committee, Dr.Ambedkar anticipated every conceivable requirement of the new policy. It means that after he became the chairman of the drafting committee, he made it sure that all the policies that is going to come in his place, that means everything will be in the favor of the people. Okay, next, drawing from the examples and experiences of other nation. That means as he himself is an example, as he knew that there are several things which is happening and he had witnessed so many things that is happening in the society. So with these examples and experiences, he came to know what is required for the society. So he realizes what changes has to be brought in the society. Okay, so that's the meaning of the 4 lines. Okay, so he raised brick by brick the magnificent edifice which now stand as the fundamental right of the Constitution of India. So he raised brick by brick. Brick by brick means little by little. So he raised brick by brick. What do you mean by brick by brick? What did he raise? Okay, so it means that he laid the foundation. That means he laid the foundation for what? We will see. Okay, he raised brick by brick the magnificent edifice. Edifice means large building, big building, but here in this lesson it means a system. Okay, so he raised little by little a system. What system? We will see here. Okay, that is, it says that he raised little brick by brick the magnificent edifice which stand as a fundamental rights. So he wanted to raise little by little the system. So here it tries to say that he wanted to establish the society. That means he wanted to establish our Constitution of India. That is the system. Okay, he wanted to establish in the society the Constitution of India, and he wanted to do it brick by brick. That means little by little. Okay, so that's the meaning. Okay, it says that you want to lay the foundation. That means you want to raise. That means you want to establish the constitution of India, that means in the society, slowly, little by little. Okay. Then so that means he wanted to establish the society, that means he wanted to build up the constitution by seeing what is beneficial and what is not beneficial according to the setup of the society. Okay, so whatever he wanted to do, he did little by little, building the building the fundamental rights, in which he made the fundamental rights of all, that means all the 6 fundamental rights that we have, it is all his ideas of doing. So he raised brick by brick, that means he raised little by little the system, that means the system of building the, that means constitution of India. So he understood what is required, that means what is beneficial and what is not beneficial. So on the basis of that, he built the system, that means he built the constitution, and he also introduced their fundamental. Next line. There are of course other luminaries on the committee like Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi and Gopalaswamy Iyengar, who also made vital contribution to the process of constitution making. So what is the meaning of luminaries? Okay. Luminaries. Luminaries means person inspires or influence others. Okay, so person inspires or influence others. So even in Dr. Ambedkar's life, you could see that he had luminaries. That means the people who influenced his life. And those were Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. Okay. Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. Then K.M. Munshi and Gopalaswamy Iyengar. Okay, even Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also had few people who influenced him, and those were Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi and Gopalaswamy Iyengar. Okay, so these luminaries, okay, these 3 people have helped Dr. Ambedkar in drafting the Constitution of India. Okay, that means they also had contributed, that means they also had given their ideas. Okay, these 3 people have also had given their ideas. That means here what I wanted to tell, that Dr. Ambedkar was also greatly influenced by these 3 people. They also have contributed their ideas in the process of making the constitution. Okay, so that is the meaning of those 3 lines. Okay, they were luminaries who had also had contributed, means helped in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in framing the constitution, that is in the process of making the constitution. Next line. But if there is one person who will be remembered as the pilot of the various provisions of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so what does it mean? Even if all these people, okay, all these people, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi and Gopalaswamy Iyengar, even if all these people have helped Dr. Ambedkar in framing the constitution, he is being remembered as the pilot of the various provision of the Indian Constitution. Who is he here? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, he is considered as the pilot. Okay, he is considered as the pilot of the Indian Constitution. Okay. So what is the meaning of pilot? Okay, chief. Though these people have contributed, that is helped Dr. Ambedkar in framing the constitution, he is considered, that is Dr. Ambedkar is referred or considered as the pilot. It means as a chief, as the main person in the from the framing of the provision of the Indian Constitution. I think you all understood. Okay, this Ambedkar was greatly influenced by this paper. How it means they helped in framing the constitution. Even though these people have helped in framing the constitution, Dr. Ambedkar is considered as the pilot. That means the chief person in framing the constitution of India. Okay. Next. Next line. It will surely be Dr. Ambedkar. It devolved on Dr. Ambedkar to explain to the assembly with the combination of tact and frankness and utmost patience the meaning and the scope of the different provisions of the draft constitution. So here they wanted to say that with his it devolved on Dr. Ambedkar to explain with the combination of tact. What do you mean by tact? Tact means ability. That is a knack. Okay. So knack, it means that without offending others. That means without hurting others. So here the line says that Ambedkar used to explain to the assembly with the combination of tact. That means with his ability. Frankness. That means frankness means with very clear or very true. Okay. So with his tact and frankness, he used to explain the meaning and the scope of the different provisions of the draft constitution. So here this line says that Ambedkar with the tact, that is with his ability, and frankness, that is with his clear ideas, he used to explain the meaning and scope of the different provisions of the constitution. Okay, with the patience, frankness and tact, he used to explain the draft of the constitution. Okay, I think you all understood these three lines. Okay, so with this tact, frankness and patience, he would explain to the assembly the meaning and the scope of the different provisions of the constitution without hurting anyone, without causing any pain to other. He used to explain the provisions of the constitution with tact, frankness and the patience. Okay, next line. Okay, next line. He had the rare gift of unraveling. Okay, rare gift of unraveling the most complicated legal concept in a language which the layman can understand. So, what is the meaning of raveling? Raveling means opening up something. Okay, unraveling means opening up something. So, here they wanted to say that he knew how to frame the sentences. That is a legal concept. You know that when you go to the department, that means the government office, they have their particular terms. They have their legal concept. Okay, which we common man, that means common people, find it very difficult to understand. So this Dr. Ambedkar had this rare gift of unraveling. That means unraveling, just now I said that he had the gift of opening up something. That means he is able to understand this legal concept or frame the sentences of the legal concept which, okay, even the layman cannot do it. So Dr. Ambedkar, he had this rare gift, that is able to frame and make the people to understand this concept, that means a legal concept, to explain in the language, in a simple language, wherein even the common man can understand. Okay, that's the meaning of that. Okay, next, Dr. Ambedkar, next line, Dr. Ambedkar, aided by the indefatigable, okay, constitutional advisor B.N. Rao, performed his task matchlessly. So the word called as indefatigable, okay, indefatigable, okay, indefatigable, it means that never giving up, never giving up, indefatigable, that means never giving up. So here Dr. Ambedkar, aided by the indefatigable constitutional advisor B.N. Rao, performed this task matchlessly. So here they try to say that Ambedkar had one such person, that means a kind of person, indefatigable, that means a person who never give up, Dr. Ambedkar. So there was a person who never gave up, Dr. Ambedkar. And who is that person? He is an advisor called B.N. Rao. Okay, he is an advisor called as B.N. Rao. Okay, so Ambedkar had once said such kind of person, that means indefatigable, means the person who never gave up, Dr. Ambedkar. It was B.N. Rao. He is a advisor. He is a legal advisor. He stood along with Dr. Ambedkar. That means he helped Dr. Ambedkar, okay, in framing this constitution. That means B.N. Rao, who assisted Ambedkar, that means they both had maybe like same ideas, thoughts. Okay, so these things had contributed, that means to work together, both of them to work together and help them, help each other, and help us to get the drafting, that means drafting the constitution. So here I want to say that Ambedkar had a person, okay, who never gave up him, that is B.N. Rao, who is a legal advisor. He, with the help of Dr. Ambedkar, means he stood along, that means he helped Dr. Ambedkar in framing the constitution, in drafting the constitution, because they might have had the same ideas and thoughts. So these things, ideas and thoughts, matched each other and they could work each other and draft the constitution.